beautiful Ladypreneurs. So I am excited to talk about this Technique Tuesday video because this is one thing that really changed how I sold to different people. And it all starts with red, blue, green, and yellow. My hair is kind of crazy all over the place today. Just outside my doctor's office here. So a lot of times what we do as salespeople is we have a tendency of selling to people the way we like to be sold, right? Using the same language, maybe as we care about certain different things. Sorry, my hair is going to drive me nuts. That we sell those types of things to our prospect and our client when maybe they don't care about those types of things. So it's really, really important to understand what kind of personality they have so that you can sell to that personality. And there's so many different ways to do it. There's DISC, there's all these different types of personality quizzes. But honestly, the easiest way that I have found is the colors, and which is kind of funny because I have this yellow in the background. So first off is red. So a red personality you can identify because they are going to be wearing high-end type of things. When they talk, they're going to talk about more of how much money they make and more of like the status that they have. They're very, very driven people. There's a part of me that's very strong red. Like when I get to do something, I am really going for it. But the thing is that if you're a soft kind of person and you sell to a red personality, they're going to step all over you, and they're going to be expecting you to have that confidence to lead them to the sale, as opposed to just kind of giving examples and stories. Like red personalities don't want stories at all. They want to be able to understand the bottom line as quick as possible. So beware when you are talking to a red personality that those are the types of things that they're looking for. So really you want to get to the bottom line with these people and show them how that's going to be able to help them to increase their revenue and be able to earn the money that they want to and things like that. So that's a red personality. Now on the opposite spectrum is a yellow personality. Yellow is very much all about love and serving people. A lot of coaches are very much yellow because all they want to do is be able to serve other people and help empower them and that type of thing. So yellow, when you ask them, and one of the greatest ways to find out what kind of personality someone has is to ask them, tell me about yourself. So when you say, tell me about yourself, a red personality is going to really talk about their achievements and, their business and that kind of thing. Whereas a yellow personality is probably going to talk about the supporting characters in their life. They're going to talk about their family. They're going to talk about the difference that they make and the charities that they have and things like that, where as you can see, red is completely opposite. So when you're selling to a yellow person, and this person you can identify because they might wear really flowy type of clothes, pastel type of colors, really kind of muted. They don't really like to be seen too much, and because it's all about other people, right? And so when you identify a yellow, you're going to be able to think about how that person is going to be able to help other people. One of the best things you can say to yellow is you're going to be able to make the difference you were meant to make. I speak a lot to yellows because I'm a yellow personality. That is one of the reasons why I'm in business, is to be able to make a difference in people's lives and empower other women entrepreneurs. But you'll be able to identify them through what they're wearing and what they're talking about, and even sometimes their profession. Nurses, teachers, a lot of times are very yellow. And I know we're kind of talking about in generalities, and not everybody that is a teacher or a coach is a yellow personality, but this is kind of just to help you understand and pick up on who that person is so you can speak their language in sales. So yellow is all about making a difference, leaving a legacy, serving their family, that kind of thing. Now, other side of that is we have our greens. Oh, greens are hard for me, I have to tell you. Greens are very analytical. So they want just the facts. They do not want the stories at all. They want to be able to understand, like they want case studies. They want to be able to do their research. They are the type of people that have those Excel spreadsheets out and really map out something. They also don't like to make decisions very quickly because there's so many different angles for them to look at that a lot of times these people get paralysis by overanalysis. And that's something to be really aware of when you're talking to a green personality. So greens are very put together. They really don't care too much about style. It's more function over style. And they're going to ask a lot of questions. So make sure you are prepared to answer questions for a green. And you can say to a green, I don't know, but I can do some research for you and get back to you. But if all you say is I don't know and you leave it at that, which will work for blue personalities, it won't work for green. So be really aware that they want the facts and they're going to make decisions on logic. Now we all know that people buy with emotion and justify with logic. Well, these greens, a lot of times they will make decision purely off of logic, and that will feel good to them, and that's the emotion around it, is that it made sense to them. So when you're talking to and selling to a green, it's very much, does that make sense? Do you see how that could fit into whatever, right? And then last but not least is our blues. Our blues are the party animals. You're going to spot blues because they might be wearing leather print or leather pants, and then or animal print. That's a huge one. Big earrings is a sign of a blue. They're the ones who are the first ones dancing at the party. And so these are really the people who just like to have fun. And when you're working with a blue, just be aware, blues are not always on time. They have a tendency of kind of moving from one thing to another very quickly, so they kind of lose their interest pretty quickly. And the thing with blues is you want to help them to see how they can just have fun with it, how easy something is. So, if you're in network marketing and you're talking to a blue, it's like, come on, let's go have fun with this group of friends. Or, look how easy it is to kind of plug into this system and you don't have to do hardly any work. So those are the types of things you want to talk to about with blues. And blues, like I said, they're going to stand out. You're going to be able to see those types of people, fun, outgoing personalities. So this was something that really, really helped me when I finally understood these different colors. And my husband and I, we will actually play this game where, I know it sounds bad to profile people, but if you're not doing it off of like a bad thing, I think it's okay, right? So we'll sit in a restaurant and we will look at different people and we will say, okay, do you think she's a blue or a red? And then we will talk about why we think that person is the way that we feel like they are. And let's be honest, we are all different types of colors. Usually you're a primary and then a secondary. So me, I am a yellow-red or a red-yellow, depending on the day. But I really, really care about people, but I'm also really, really driven. And that's kind of a weird combination, actually. They're kind of kitty corner to each other, and I'll post a link on here of, or a picture on here of the different color types and what you can expect from each so that you have that. But just be thinking, in your line of business, in your type of business, how would you want to talk to a yellow or a red or a green or a blue? Because if we try to sell everyone the exact same way, then we may only be able to really speak to one type of personality, which is usually our own. And that's not usually the case, that we're selling only to our own type of personality. So try it out and try different ways of speaking, how you identify that person, what really is important to that person, and that way you can really speak to their need and not your own, because that's what sales is all about. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this Technique Tuesday, and join us next week where we will have another divine technique for real results. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.